News that we're continuing to follow. Jurors in Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial acquitted him on the most serious charges, racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, but they did find him guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So here's a look at the breakdown of the full verdict right there. You can see it on your screen. Several counts not guilty, 2 counts transportation to engage in prostitution, guilty on those. Here to discuss this mixed verdict, former federal prosecutor Matt Coman. Matt, we appreciate your time. You've handled a lot of high-profile cases. Just your initial thoughts on a split verdict like something like this.
Well, whenever you have a split verdict, obviously you have a difference of opinion in the jury room that took place. There were 5 counts. The count that carried the maximum sentence in this particular set of charges was a RICO conspiracy count. He was acquitted of that. Obviously, that was a victory for himself and his defense team to avoid that potential life sentence. From the prosecution standpoint, they can look at it as a victory in that they received positive verdicts, guilty verdicts on 2 of the 5, which are both felony counts, carry up to 10 years in prison, and can result in kind of a guideline range ballpark of around 5 years at this point.
Yeah, I was just going to add that. You kind of ran the numbers and you know the guidelines. 5 years, I mean, that's serious jail time. That's nothing to take lightly.
Correct. In the Mann Act itself, those 2 felony counts that he was convicted of, without any aggravation, the advisory sentencing guidelines would be somewhere in the range of 15 to 21 months. Based on the facts as we know them from the reports from the courtroom, there are a multiple number of aggravating factors that can be applied, such as fraud, restraint of victims, if there was any obstruction of justice. If the judge takes in those items into account and assesses those, his guideline range gets more in the 51 to 63 month time frame.
And look, Matt, people are going to armchair quarterback this. They already are on social media. You handled RICO or racketeering cases. If you could just explain to people, that's a tough threshold to meet because you're essentially saying he ran a criminal enterprise. Is that right?
That's exactly what you're saying. You're alleging that he ran a criminal enterprise with multiple predicate acts that have to be identified and proven, and the jury has to make those specific findings, that those specific predicate acts were proved beyond reasonable doubt. All 12 jurors must agree to each and every one of those interrogatories and those offenses and those allegations and those verdicts. So it's a high bar, and obviously, as we all known growing up, this was a law that was passed to combat the mafia, La Cosa Nostra, back in 1970s. And that's what it was originally used for the most part, especially in New York City, both in the Southern District of New York as well as the Eastern District of New York and Brooklyn, to combat the mafia. It's been used in other instances. We've used it here in Louisiana to combat violent crime on a number of occasions. Here, it's obviously a little bit further down the road from the mafia scenario in that you're dealing with someone that was accused of running sex rings, obstruction, payoffs, those type of things. So technically it would fit the statute itself, but sometimes those are harder for jurors to digest when they hear those type of offenses.
All right. Matt Coman, excellent insight, former federal prosecutor. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here at Noon today.
Thank you.